What's up YouTube, Koi51 here, back for another video. I am energized because I got some of the best news that came out of nowhere, like literally nowhere. Where did this come from? Square Enix, you pulled one over our eyes, and we've got like the first details right here. I'm gonna go through them. Now, all of you guys know that I can't really do a live reactions video. I need to like figure out how to get it so it's working. So I just ended up just watching the trailer, and I can't get in, like I think the audio tripped it. So if this gets copyright striked, I'm at a loss for words. But whatever, doesn't matter. We've got the first details. A new game in the Dissidia Final Fantasy series has just been announced for arcades. So keep that in mind. It's not for consoles. It is for arcades at the moment. So you know, keep those expectations a little bit drawn back. But still, how can you not get hyped for this? This is like the most craziest thing. A series that all of us thought was dead or just wouldn't happen again is suddenly gets resurrected. And we got some cool details here. Like we got the new logo. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really a big fan of it. It feels like it could be a little bit better. I don't know, like it just doesn't sit right with me. It just feels empty at the moment. You know what it needed? It needed that classic art. Like I'll bring it up, but if you look at the original Dissidia logo. Oh, why am I writing original? Dissidia Final Fantasy. Alright. So you look at the original. Come on. There you go. That's it. See how it's got the character art of Cosmos and Chaos? That's what's not sitting right with me. I feel it needs like at least a redone version of that art to make it feel like a Final Fantasy game. Because right now it just looks kind of like, I'll get back to it. It looks kind of plain. Like it looks really plain. Like it's not really it's not sitting right with me. So I hope Square Enix, I hope you actually change that for the actual, if it does come on the console, I ask you, please just put some art in it, because it just makes it look more appealing. So I'm gonna read it out pretty much from, this is Siliconera. Square Enix announced Dissidia Final Fantasy for arcades. Square Enix recently teased a new arcade title earlier this week with images of pixel art Final Fantasy characters. The title was announced as Dissidia Final Fantasy at this year's Japan Amusement Expo earlier today. Here's a look at the game's first trailer, and we got some images from the trailer. We got the Warrior of Light, he's back. We got Terra, or Tina in the Japanese version. I've got Cloud. Cloud's new render actually looks pretty good. I'll bring the trailer up in a bit. But the upcoming Dissidia Final Fantasy title will be the first from the series in 5 years. You betcha! And unlike the past installments, it will feature a 3v3 battle system. Oh my god! Now, if you guys played the original Dissidia and it's a sequel, Duodecim, you knew you had like the thing that introduced from the first one, the first installment to the second installment was the ability to have other characters assist you. If this does, like, I'm just gonna speculate right now. If this does come over to the West, or at least console, like if it's on like Japanese console, I'll get it. It's a fighting game, so I won't need to know much. So it's pretty much that. It's gonna be that same sort of system. So even in Duodecim, they were testing the waters of having multiple characters on screen and stuff like that. So this seems like a really good evolution of that, and having them all, it's a 3v3 battle, it's all human control players, makes it really interesting, because the gameplay already works in a multiplayer arena setting. You know, it's not like a Street Fighter or anything like that. I'll show you in the trailer. The game's first trailer shows the Onion Knight from Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 14, A Realm Reborn's Yoshtola, I think that's how you say it, Yoshtola, Cloud Strife from FF7, Terra Branford from FF6, is that 6? Yeah, 6, and Lightning from FF13, and the Warrior Light from the original Final Fantasy. We'll learn more about the game on April 10th when Square Enix are expected to reveal more information during a presentation. Meanwhile, here's a look at the first trailer. Okay, so people, bookmark April 10th, because if there's a live stream, I'm gonna watch it, and maybe I'll just stop caring about copyright altogether and just like post it up anyway. But April 10th, people, I am watching. If it's a live stream, I am watching it, and if there is a PS4 logo at the end of that trailer, oh my god, hypeness will be it will be off the charts essentially. So we got the trailer. I've got the trailer right here. I'm muting the sound, and I'm just gonna walk through what I see. So we get the iconic Final Fantasy crystals. We get like a lot of like little videos of like the older Final Fantasy games. So all the old Dissidia games. I mean, not Final Fantasy, but like all from the old previous Dissidia games. If you want to be a stickler for detail, these are all from the little movie intros from the Dissidia. I don't know if it's a little detail that you're interested in. I noticed that straight away, that these are actually all from the because in the campaigns for every single character for Dissidia's story mode, once you reach the boss, not the final boss, because the final boss was Chaos, but like the boss that was tied to your character. So if you're playing Cloud, right before you verse Sephiroth, they played a little like over the top, clearly pre-rendered cutscene of them duking it out, and these are just cut from those cutscenes, right? So actual gameplay, this isn't actual gameplay. It's actually just pre-rendered footage from the games. So it's just a little detail that I noticed straight away. I don't know Japanese, but we'll go with it right here. So now I wanted to freeze on this frame. If you guys remember, at the ending of the City of Final Fantasy 1 and technically Duodecim as well, but Duodecim is an enhanced remake, so it still counts. At the end, if you care for spoilers for a game that's like essentially 5 years old now, at the end of the Dissidia game, all of the characters, all of your heroes essentially go back to their respective worlds, right? And the actual last shot of the game is of this, the warrior light returning to his world. And there's the castle in the background from the first Final Fantasy game. Now, all of this is actual gameplay. This is actual all rendered in real time. If I'm gonna take a guess, it's running on this from the looks of it. Like I could be totally wrong, but from the looks of it, it looks like it's running on the same engine as Final Fantasy 14: A Realm Reborn, which was an enhanced Luminous engine, if I remember. It was definitely not like Unreal Engine 4 or anything like that. It was based off. It was using an enhanced version of the Luminous engine, which they'd been using at the time. This looks like it. It looks like it. I'm not 100% sure. I could be definitely wrong, but like, I don't know. It just, the look of the sheen reminds me of FF14. But we get our first close-up of the Warrior of Light. You can see the shadows look really well done. Like not a single piece of pixels. Armor design looks really good. Nice sheen, nice curvatures and stuff like that. That's definitely the Helm of Light. I'm looking for any details in the background, but I don't see any in particular. Like there's no landmines or landmarks or anything like that. But just going. We got our first. We got the sword. His full body shot. Texture-wise, it looks really good. Like you could definitely see like there's scratching on his swords and stuff like that, and it's all like really high detailed. It's not like it doesn't seem really like what's the word term? It's not as pixely. It's very sharp contrast. We get Onion Knight in the background. We get Onion Knight and the girl from FF14. I'll get it. I swear I'll get it. But I can't really see much detail except you know, like except texture wise and like anything new details and like that. We get our okay. So this is if you guys aren't familiar with the Dissidia franchise, the Dissidia franchise is essentially it is a fighting game, but it's a more like an arena based fighting game where you are put in an arena. I would compare it now more like the Ultimate Ninja Storm series for Naruto Shippuden. It's very similar in that regard, but whereas Naruto Shippuden's Ultimate Ninja Storm series is very based on the ground combat, Dissidia is kind of like not the opposite. It still has that ground game, but it's way more like aerial. Like you could like dash in the air. You can do all crazy stuff in the air. That's still in it. I remember, like, if you want like a little thing that I remember, In a few interviews with the original Dissidia, Tetsuya Nomura actually said that he based like Dissidia's combat was made by Kingdom Hearts team. Because of the real-time elements and stuff like that, but he wanted the exact style, the visual style of like the Final Fantasy VII Advent Children movie. So there's a lot of like that flying, all crazy stuff, and you know, like all that crazy combat and like stuff like that. We get our first sort of like look at the dash, and so right here we can see that shields are still in the game. Shields is pretty much just a universal block. It does kind of, I don't know, like it looks kind of like, wait, did Dissidia have blocks? Man, I haven't played Dissidia for like years, like actually like 4 years actually. I might revisit it just to see more, but it looks like blocks are in the game, or it could be a unique block that's, well, you still get hit anyway. What's the point? It could be a universal or a unique block to lightning only, but it looks like, wait, I want to rewind that. Oh shit. Yeah, okay. So some of the moves from the old game are still in here. The Warrior of Light has a attack that he puts his shield down and it scoops up an enemy. So that's still in there. That's really cool. I like the fact that they still have old moves. Like that's, why not? Like it's all good. Magic's still in the game. Looks a lot better. There's Cloud, and I think the shadows might. Oh no, that's just grass. I thought it was the shadows were acting up, but it's actually just blades of grass actually covering it. Sorry about that. My webcam just died. Yeah. Okay. I'm back. I don't know when the webcam died, but essentially the blades of grass are actually still there, and they're blocking the shadow, so it's not a mess up with the shadow. Warrior of Light still has the shield, and he's still got that move which flings about. That move is, I don't know if it's a modified version of an old move, but Cloud's getting blown back. Lightning's over there, hanging out, I guess, and yeah, this 3v3 system is going to be crazy and chaotic. I don't know how, like the thing about this game is it just doesn't work in split screen unless like it's that good. Like like it works as an arcade game, and that's what annoys me. The fact that it works as an arcade game, because like then like they might not even have a reason to just bring it over, because in Japan arcades are like the king. But I want this game so bad. But like if they bring it over, they have to have online. Like that's the thing. They have to have online, and like they have to keep the servers up and stuff like that. Like that's the thing. We get our first look at Terra. Same costume as her original. You get lightning. Cloud. Cloud's new render looks pretty good actually, if I have to admit. Yep, she still has that move. What is that? Is that like a mode or something? Like, I don't know. Like, was that an effect? That looks like a mode. That looks like you trigger into something. I'm not sure what it is so far, but it looks pretty good. Not picking any details. Was there anything in that forest? No, nothing in the forest. Yep. Okay. So the Warrior of Light still has that like the upward slash and does like the waves and stuff. Very situational. Pretty good. Yep. Whirlwinds look way better. Lightning has combos. A lot more thing. Destructible environments. That was actually a thing that was really cool back in the original Dissidia. The fact that there was destructible environments, which is pretty cool. I like it. It just seems so much like grander scale. Okay, so we get our final shot. And bam, there's the logo. So there's not really much in the trailer except because I remember in Dissidia 1 there wasn't blocks per se, but there was counters. Like instead of like holding the block button and blocking every attack, you had to time your block within a time, like a window, a framed window, to actually get to actually deflect the move. I don't know if they've changed that in this game, but I could definitely see that old moves are back. I'm hoping for more characters. We have to wait until April 10th, but it's looking good so far. It's seriously, if we can, if the community can get more hype and actually let Square Enix know that there is people over here. If Square Enix can make it competitive, there is a high chance the FGC community, like the FGC, will embrace this game. There's one, it's Final Fantasy, so it's got the nostalgia factor. Two, it looks pretty. Three, it's running off a PS. It has to run off PS4. Final Fantasy games always tend to favor PS4 for these things. And if it's on a PS4, people are already gonna buy PS4s for Street Fighter 5. Like, let's, you know, and like this just shovels into that crowd. Like, it shovels into the fighting game community really well. I'm not saying that the Xbox One doesn't have any fighting games. The only fighting game that I know on it is Killer Instinct. But like most of the fighting games are coming to PS4. That's like no doubt about that. But like if they want to double dip, they can like release it on Xbox One as well. Like, I'm not saying that's not a possibility, but it's definitely something that we did not expect. I can't wait for more details. We're gonna see it in a few months. Yeah, that's all I can pick from the trailer. Like, I don't think there's anything else that I can pick from it. It's the maps are clearly based now. So the maps are clearly based now on like they're still based on like the worlds and stuff like that, not like a crazy upside down world or anything like that. It's based, because that was clearly from FF1. Oh man, what if there's an FF1 remake? Nah, not likely. I mean, I was still waiting, like, come on, we're all waiting for that Final Fantasy 7 one. Damn you, Square. Clearly they don't want our money, but yeah, I'm really hoping for this one to come out. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe if you like this video. I'll keep doing this stuff. Like, I'll keep talking. Like, I'll whatever trailers I can pick up, I'll look at them and I'll get hyped with you guys, because who doesn't want to see like these games come out? Because if this gets stuck in Japan, that's a real bummer. Anyway, Koi51 out.